All right. Now it said failed to post the tweet.
Okay. Should be
All
good.
right. So now we just go through the countdown.
Yeah.
Perfect. That'll work. And then we just pick it back up. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye.
I think they were taking a break, so.
Oh, they are. So you can pause it. To give us a chance.
Oh, damn. Yeah, for 6.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
All right. So yeah, just tell him it's a 9-minute countdown, and we'll go back on actually in just a minute as soon as we see a viewer.
Okay. So I'll let them know that we're on a 10-minute countdown, or
Yeah. So we have
9 minutes.
9 minutes, and we're back up.
Okay.
But we lost everything before, so we'll have to recap. So 9 minutes.
All right. So as you can guess, we did have some difficulty, but we are learning as we go. We walked through it. So in 8.5 minutes, we're going to be up and running, and everything should run properly. So now it's synced up and correct. The game is actually, so because it was such an action-heavy table, they lost a couple of players during the 10 minutes that we were messing with this. So they have decided to pause the game, the remaining players, to allow the stream to restart so that they can properly show it. So we appreciate your patience while we're getting this up and running. We are anticipating this restart as much as you guys are. Thank you for coming back.
Alrighty. It's always a party here at Poker House.
Yeah, we're learning. Like I said, we've said this before. We don't mind showing our flaws while we learn the new equipment. So for us, this is new, especially for Chris and I. This is our first foray into running the board ourselves. Usually we have a much more experienced lead that's in here. But we took our experienced lead in Eddie and put him on Action Tracker because that's a much harder position. And we figured Chris and I can monkey our way through this.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We've known each other long enough.
So we know we're going to have a good time trying no matter what.
Appreciate the there, Victoria.
Thank you for joining us. So we do feel confident that we have everything ironed out. This is everything to do with operator error and nothing to do with the equipment. So Eric has everything pre-planned. We just didn't know what buttons to push properly. So this is definitely on my shoulders.
We're not the best at following directions. Just like, it's like when you're assembling a grill, it's kind of like, all right, the grill's assembled, but I have 2 extra screws. So what do I do with those?
Exactly. So some assembly required. We're going to make sense of it and have a good time while we wait.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 6.5 minutes. And I can tell you, so I don't know which players are missing, but when the stream started, we started at a 9-player final table. We know that 1 player on the first hand did bust out, so we were down to 8. And in the time it took us to troubleshoot the issues we were having, there were 2 more players lost. So when we return, it's going to be 6 players at the table, and then we're going to see them battle it out. So there are 5 places being paid for 6 players.
We are on the bubble.
We are on the bubble.
I told you it was action-packed. I saw the lineup and I was like, here we go. Blood has been drawn. I'm just not sure who drew first blood, technically.
Yep, this will be good. And then we are looking at the chat as well, so I'm not entirely sure. If you are following along and joining us in chat, please leave a message. We want to see if we have that up and running as well.
Yeah, say hi. Comment about my hair. Do it. Me and Matt do not go to the same barber. Don't even ask the question.
This is all the rage. I save a lot right now.
I've been working on my dad bod.
Bragger.
Yeah, for those of you that know me and didn't know, recently got married.
Congratulations, you're rounding out almost your 3rd week? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, October 21st is the day we got married, so.
Yep.
We went to Vegas at the whole Vegas wedding. No, Elvis was not there, unfortunately. We kind of missed out on that opportunity, but.
It's all downhill from here.
Oh, that's what I keep hearing. I'm always concerned. So far, so good. Only got yelled at once on the day of the wedding, and we were cutting the cake, and she goes, "Chris, look where you're stepping." And I look down. I'm just on her train. I'm just like, it's not my fault that you have a train like 20 feet long. Like, I don't know where you want me to put my feet. Like, I have to stand somewhere. But
In all fairness, that was a long time of planning and prepping.
yeah, it's part of the stress or lack. It wasn't that bad, actually. It went pretty smooth, so it was awesome. We got to play a little bit of poker there. I don't know if you know my wife, Myra. She's a poker player as well. So we got to play a little bit, had a good time, see some shows, did a Vegas thing.
It was a good time.
Matt was there.
It was a beautiful
He
ceremony.
can vouch.
I can. I was there firsthand. I even got a sunburned head to prove it.
He's in the pictures, I swear.
You just have to look lower. They take up very little room.
Front and center usually. He's sitting right next to the children.
I'm a Gemini, so I demand to be seen.
No, we loved having him there. He's family, so those of you guys don't know, we go way back.
Way back. Family for sure. So, for those that didn't know, Chris is my brother. And this is no mystery for anybody who knows us.
If you can't tell.
If you can't tell, that's how we have the same haircut, same genetics.
It's,
If you don't look too far into it, I'm sure it tracks.
just don't ask too many questions either.
All right, we're down to the final 3 minutes. Anticipation of brewing.
Slightly less.
Yep.
I don't even know what happened,
We're going to see the final 6 play out.
but I'm excited.
All right.
Has anyone left a comment on the chat?
We're looking.
Not seeing anything. I don't know if that's
So the chat may not be up and running for us, but I think the stream graphics will be when it comes back.
Gotcha. It's my first time. I'm just asking a bunch of questions. I'm excited. Hopefully they let me come back in here and do this again. We'll see.
You're on your own for a minute.
But we are at the 2-minute marker. We're almost there. 2-minute warning. We are close. We are close to seeing what happens together. Where did those players go? What happened? Did somebody get sucked out on? 2 outers are real. If there's one thing I learned about poker, guys, is that you have a chance to hit the lottery. If they can pull a 1-outer on you, there's a chance. You can get there. As long as you play, you have a chance of winning the lottery or hitting the 1-outer. They're about the same odds. At least in a poker player's perspective. You guys know what I'm talking about. What was he doing in the hand? How did he get there? Where did my chips go?
Can you check your phone and pull up the chat from on YouTube?
Yeah.
See if you see it there.
Give me 1 second, guys. Gotta see if the chat is working. Uno momento. I see Captain Underpairs says, "Hey guys."
Awesome.
So there is that. So we just can't see it up there, but we can see you guys down here. So it'll probably pop up, and we are on the final 10-second, guys. 3, 2, and here we go. Alrighty. We'll find out together. This is when they were just taking a quick break to kind of help us out, help us fix everything up. Looks like they're doing a little bit of color up. Saving a step for later down the road.
Hey. All right.
So minimize that right there. You have the microphone turned down
Do
on
I?
the mixer. Yeah, turn it down.
Day one, we finished like at 2 in the morning. We don't need that long. My bag, 2 in the morning, top 95. And there were like a lot of short stacks and they doubled up. I pulled it 9s, 10s, 8s. I'm not getting involved. I had 200,000 plus and then finally they busted. One raises for 10K. 3 folds. 4 folds. 6 folds. 8 folds. 9 folds. Play your rush. You play your rush. 10K. 10K. And everybody folded? Yep. Folded it around. What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Mike. Yeah, what's your name? Barry. Nice to meet you. Mike, button is on Micah, and then big line is Hayden? Yep. Thank you.
Alrighty, guys. We
All right. So
hopefully
we
got this all figured out.
we just did a video chat with Eric, and I know this is frustrating, and I apologize. So he walked us through. There was a few things that were looked at, and I think we're up and running again. So we've made this promise once before. We got 7 minutes to count down. We're not missing any of the action now. It is being recorded, so we're just behind on it.
That should be the last time. So hopefully we got it all figured out. Everything is
Yes.
up and running properly.
Yep. So if you are following along on Facebook or in the chat, please give us a quick message. That way we can kind of verify while we wait that we are up and running.
I saw Pokerski put it's tomorrow a 1-2 cash stream. I believe it's going to be a 1-2-5.
Yeah, we're aiming for a 125 tomorrow. So
That's the
125,
plan,
$1,000 max. 4 p.m. start is our plan. So a 4 p.m. 125 game. So cash game that will be streamed.
So it's kind of a little hybrid between the 1-2 and the 2-5. That way you get a
Absolutely.
little bit of both.
So we encourage you, if you want to join us for that stream, and we'd love to have you, please come on down. Earlier the better, so that we can guarantee that the stream is prepared and ready to start on time. We'd like to start it at 4 p.m. We're thinking about running it for 3 hours, 4 to 7.
About 3 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then the game can keep going afterwards. They'll just play with regular cards. We'll just switch out the RFID cards and switch to regular cards.
Yeah, we're just going to stream it for about 3 hours. And then if you guys want to keep going, not going to break up the table, not going to stop a party, ruin a good time. So just keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we're getting there. 5 more minutes.
We are almost there. And again, we apologize.
We do. I know that for us, we're learning. We're learning quite a bit here. I know that for you guys that had committed to watch, I appreciate your patience with this. Thank you for sticking with us. I know the next time we do this now, we've learned quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, surprisingly. It was a big learning curve. But
was.
I think we figured out a good chunk of it. So hopefully we do not run into this again and give you some nice premium on time
Right, content.
content.
So, yep. Chris and I just got the crash course in how to navigate the software here.
You can blame it on me. I'm the new guy. It's okay.
Oh no.
I'll take it.
No, that's what the GM gets.
Oh,
He gets to take the credit, but he also has to take the fall for the failure.
way to go, Matt.
Yeah. If it ran really well, then I would happily step aside and say it was all you.
Then I would just point the finger and be like, nah, look what Matt did.
Look, you see, that's how we do this.
Yeah, it just goes back and forth.
I can't wait. I'm telling you, I'm excited to see what happens. The fact that they lost 3 players in 10 minutes tells you how action heavy this game is, and we're missing it.
A bunch of
Not only that, there's
Train
rumors
wrecks or
of a football game going on right now, and I don't even know what the score is for that.
you and me both.
So-
the Eagles are playing.
I heard a big rumor that the
Washington.
Redskins were up leading into the fourth quarter.
They were leading 20-17 at halftime, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know what the score is now, but
Insane.
we might see the Eagles finally put a little hash mark
Can you believe it?
on their losing streak.
To the Redskins.
About time.
Now, as I say that, I am a Dallas Cowboy fan,
That's
as
what
you would
I'm saying.
expect. So, based on our loss, I don't think I can say a whole lot, but I'm still going to.
I'm not an Eagles fan. I like the Cowboys, but man, they got to stop with the disappointments. What is going on?
Yeah, I'm looking up the score while we're waiting, so we still have 3.5 minutes. The game right now, Washington Commanders 26, Eagles 21, 2.5 minutes left in the game.
Of all people to beat them.
Wow.
Washington.
This is, now, I mean, they still, look, 2.5 minutes, almost 3 minutes? That's a long time in the NFL, so they still
is.
have a long time.
Who has the ball? The Eagles have the ball.
The Eagles had the ball.
Oh.
1 touchdown does it.
You
Now,
never
if you're
know.
the Eagles, do you go for 2 at that point?
No way. Well, you might as well. You already got the lead, so either way.
Right.
What are you going to do?
Worst case, you tie? No. Because you would still have the lead, even with the 6.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I absolutely go for 2.
exactly. Why
Strategy.
not?
Yeah.
And the Eagles are known for doing wild things anyways. 2.5 minutes, guys. 2.5 minutes. We are almost there, and we do apologize.
We're getting there. The countdown is on. I
What?
bet you our 2.5 minutes goes faster than the Eagles' 2.5 minutes.
Can I pull out a challenge flag at any point in this, or how does that work?
All right, so I'm still not sure that our chat is up and running.
I can see you guys on chat on Facebook though. So
Is there any new chats?
yes.
Okay.
Because Lego says, "Oh my gosh, hi to you guys."
Yeah, but when was that?
I don't know, but oh my gosh, hi to you too. I just got it, so
Yeah, it's new to you.
exactly.
Okay. Well, and that one did not show up on our main monitor, so we're following along the chat on our phone, and it might be just one of those where we cobble together as best we can.
Yeah, we're just gonna limp
make
our way
this
to the
work?
finish line.
You know
feel
what?
like
a
that,
chip
you
in
know-
a chair. We're gonna get through this.
Yeah, as long as we finish, we get there. We got to get there.
Oh, good point. So Eric right now, the almighty Anderson, he is listening still from a plane about to take off. And as always, the consummate supporter of our stream and everything else here, Poker House, he is following along right up to the minute they tell him to turn off his phone. So he points out the Vikings are 8-1 with lots of Minnesotians in the club. True story. So the Vikings, who knew that they would end up 8-1? I thought that they started the season with a very easy schedule. The first 5 games, I was like, "There's no way this is a legitimate team."
I watched a game yesterday, and I was paying attention the first 3 weeks.
The Bills just wanted them to win.
I guess so, but man,
It was nice of them.
What a crazy play. It was like a last minute too,
I think side by side,
like a final drive to win the game.
is it fair to say the Bills let their fan base down a lot worse than the Cowboys let their fan
No,
base
because and don't hate me for this, but I think it's expected.
down? I don't like your attitude.
I
Unacceptable.
think it's expected. It's like, are you really surprised that they let their fans down?
Well, I'm glad I could be here for your last day.
Hey, thanks.
It's been a joy. All right, we're down to the final 20 seconds. Fingers crossed. We hope we've solved the code. We've cracked the mystery. Outside of the chat, as long as we have graphics on the stream, I think we can navigate our way through the rest of it to get through this stream tonight. And then we'll do a better product tomorrow.
There's always
Here we go.
this time.
3,
But what about
2,
this time?
1. Fingers crossed.
Let's go.
And we got to wait. We're right at the... Oh, look, this timed out perfectly, though.
Yeah, it did.
So we're at the end of a hand, so now we can see.
I like it.
Now, the scroll here at the bottom, that was new. We didn't have that last time, so that's good. That's giving me some hope.
It's like Star Wars.
And once again, well, we have Ryan in the box right now.
There we go.
We have graphics.
Something popped
I saw
up.
something peek up.
I like it. It's
All right.
a start.
Eric Anderson, thank you for sharing the stream. Have a safe flight, my friend.
Yes. I didn't even know you were just now flying out. So hopefully safe travels. I thought you were already there.
Poker Monkey, I see you in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Yep, Poker Ski, same with you. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yes.
All right, we got
Here
graphics.
we go.
Eric, thank you. And I see Eric in the chat. So we are up and running. We can see chat from some areas, but not all. I think YouTube we're having to follow on the phone.
We're doing a little bit of both.
Yeah, so we're going to make this work.
Yes.
All right, so as you can see, we are
go.
down to, there we go.
More people in the chat than on this plane.
Hey, look at Eric bragging. So I think he's got an entire road to himself, and he wants us to know.
Yeah.
So we're down to 6-handed. As you already know, we're paying 5 places, so the next person out is on the bubble. We know exactly what you know, so we're unaware of any deals being made. I don't know that they're paying the bubble. I suspect they're not.
I didn't see anybody say anything. No one's yelling, so that's good.
Chris, what is your feeling on paying the bubble? I know that I've mentioned my opinions many times on the stream.
Do I get to know what my chip count is first before I answer that, or how does that work?
I'm going to say generally when I hear discussions of do we pay the bubble, chip count has very rarely been a factor in that discussion in my presence.
Smaller tournaments, I'm not a fan. A big tournament, sure, why not? You know, I mean, if you're gonna put up like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 a play, you know, if that's an option, sure. I want the guarantee. But smaller tournaments, I'm going for the dub.
Now, where do you cut it off? So if it pays in a big tournament 100 people, and the discussion is you're going to pay 101, now the player that's 102 is going WTF. So now do you divide it out just a little bit more?
First of all,
How far do you dilute it?
that guy should have never been in discussion.
Ooh, strong
So you wait for
points.
him to bust, and then you start bringing up that discussion.
So you automatically hate the 102 player
It's not my
to
fault.
support the 101.
He should have been better.
Fair
He
enough.
should have won more pots.
Hot takes with Chris.
If you guys ever see me play a tournament, I'm down to chop before the tournament even starts. Like, hey, let's just chop this 100 ways right now.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, like, it's all fair and, you know, love is war and whatever, but sometimes I'm just there to have a good time.
Winning
Fuckers.
is also a really good time.
Yeah, I'm not used to that, so that's why I go for the chop, because
Fair
I feel
enough.
like a win, you know? Here we are. We all can't be the best.
All right, so we see Jefferson up top with 36 big blinds, William on the bottom with 6 big blinds. That does not bode well for William, but we've seen crazier things happen. It wasn't just a week ago that we saw a player come in, and after a couple of hands have only 4 big blinds left, and then he comes back and wins the whole tournament.
Yeah, that was like, man,
That was Mr. Friedman.
yeah, I think he had like 2 or 3 bigs at that, and he just waited his turn and then won his flips. I mean,
He did. He picked his spot. He won those flips. He really put on a clinic. He showed how you can do it. He gave credence to the whole phrase of a chip in a chair. So you see William here. Oh,
he has
here we
a
go.
Point.
So William with ace jack going against Hayden with ace king. So I feel like we're going to see some fireworks on this hand.
Not a good spot.
Ryan is
Really.
running so strong as a dealer. You can see he's hot.
I promise we have the AC on and the heat on at the same time.
We do. So it's one of those where it's...
He's just nervous. He's just excited.
All right, I'm going to turn up the table mic just a bit so we can follow along. We do have an all-in, I believe.
Yep, and all
And
in,
a call. So we have 2 all-ins. So one protecting the other, I suspect. Not as a collusion, but the ace-king wants to go heads up in this hand.
Would you call that a protection, or you call that domination at this point? Like, you know,
I mean,
he's just playing his hand.
is this a good time to call for your one time if you're William?
You always call for your one time, even if it's not.
Oh, the redraw goes to Hayden. He gets all the equity here.
Man,
As you can see, so
he just pulls further ahead.
look at this. I love this flop cam. So I'm a big fan of... Oh, just the nuts. Nut flush, I guess, correctly. Not the nuts.
And there
Easy game.
goes William.
And now we're down to 5 just like that, so everybody else is in the money. No discussion of bubble now.
Congratulations to those 5.
Congratulations indeed.
Win your flips.
And there's our very own Micah at the table in seat 8. So Micah is one of the dealers here. Happy to see him prospering at the moment.
Fun fact, or not fun, depending on if you're Mike or not, he was the chip leader about halfway into the tournament, so he was running good. So I think he's kind of looking for his run good again. He's been kind of card dead, he said. Final 5. Here we
Final
go.
5.
3 folds.
Folding Queen 6, as you know,
4, 6.
probably makes a lot of sense there.
No fold.
Probably going to come down to the blinds. And he gets a walk.
There's quite a few familiar faces here. Now that I look around the table and I see the names matching up.
Yeah, so there was, out of the final 9, I believe, 6 of them were new. And also, Eric says paying the bubble does not eliminate the bubble. It just moves the bubble. And
Exactly my point. Totally agree. It
mean-
does move the bubble. There's no end to it. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
It makes a lot of sense. I like it.
Yeah.
No one asked you to bring logic in it.
Now, Eric, so the last time I did a stream with Eric, or I think it was the last time, he brought up a good point, and I like this. And I don't remember if it was his idea or if he was retelling me a story, so I'm very bad with memory. But he was telling me that while he's not a fan of paying the bubble, he has seen or heard of this version of it where they say, I'll pay the next one out if they surrender their chips, like the low stack. So
Interesting.
instead of the low stack trying to go all in now because they believe they've got some cash equity, so
I like it.
they will just pay them and give them actually better than the next place money just to surrender their stack and leave the table.
That almost feels like a weird version of collusion to me, though.
You think so?
I do. Like, I feel... I mean, as a short stack, I wouldn't take that deal. I mean, there's always a chance. I mean, a chip in a chair is rare, but it's happened. I've done it once. If I can do it, someone else can, that's for sure. But I am not going to surrender.
No. I'm competitive, and I think most of us here are for sure.
4x raise here.
I want to play it out, so I enjoy playing now. It's not that I've turned down chops in the past.
Look at this.
I do feel like that.
25, and he
Look
calls
at this.
with 9-7.
So 9-7 is one of my favorite hands. Obviously,
And
clubs
he
are not
gets
going to be a
little pair.
factor here.
Get
The
it,
ace.
on a
Oh my
turn.
goodness. So Monty is drawing down now to either a 9 or a 7.
Man, how the tables turn so quick.
This is how the game goes.
Yeah. Look at that. Good fold. Bad turn. If you're the other guy. Look at Jeff. Jeff comes to the top at 45 bigs now. Hayden not too far behind at 232,000. He's got about 40,000 just left, or behind first place.
So I enjoy the update there when Eric changed that from chips to big blinds, especially for tournaments. It gives us a really good perspective here in the booth of what we're seeing comparatively.
Oh yeah, it definitely helps out. We actually can see both. Ashley shows the chip and the big blind.
Absolutely.
love
Poker
it.
Ski in chat on YouTube says, "Do not pay the bubble."
Do not pay the bubble.
Yeah, and
You
I
guys
kn-
are vicious.
So shorthanded play is an art, and I think that so many people have gotten into the habit of chopping now and moving on that they are still unprepared for true shorthanded play.
You're not wrong.
And that's why I hate being the really quote-unquote bad guy at the table, but I believe in my shorthanded game so strongly that I feel like I have an edge.
Oh, we're gonna get some fireworks
Look
here,
at
guys.
this. So Jefferson with ace-10. You see him with 44 big, so he's healthy at the top.
Micah
Micah with pocket sevens. He has no choice, I believe, but to shove, but he only raises. So he is drawing in some equity. I think this board is probably terrifying to sevens.
He doesn't know, but he is ahead. Yeah, good move. You got to take advantage of your stack.
Yeah, and that's one of those, so not to overly critique, I think in that place, with only 8 bigs going into that hand, Micah was in such a position where he really needed to commit to it or let it go.
We'll see if it bites him back in the end.
But I think that, calling or raising to 15, so 2.5 bigs.
But look at the chip stacks. I mean, he's not far from Monty, so he might just be trying to ladder up, being such a short stack. I mean,
He may be, but the ladder change is very insignificant, I think, at this point. To go from 343 to 374.
you're not wrong. But, sometimes a half a tank of gas is a half a tank of gas.
True story.
Speaking of gas, I
So-
actually pumped for less than $3 today.
Such a weird comment in a bubble. Good for you. Same.
Hey, we're pinching pennies, man.
Hey, every dollar matters, especially as we go into the holidays.
We're not playing the 7 deuce game, guys, just so you know.
I mean, not actively, but it doesn't mean you can't practice for the future.
Well,
So-
he won it, so.
It makes for good dramatic content on the stream. I highly encourage everybody out there to join us and do it. We don't want to discourage.
Oh, man. 7 deuce game.
All right, so the blinds currently are 3,000, 6,000, and it is big blind Annie, so that is also 6,000. So it is 6,000 to call the hand.
Yes, Poker Ski, if you have not played the Crazy Pineapple Tournament,
Oh my goodness.
it is a good time.
So Crazy
Oh.
Pineapple is one of the most fun games to me. I enjoy it. I wish I could play it.
We're just trying to bring something new. I mean, no one's doing a Crazy Pineapple Tournament out there. I mean, why not?
Why not?
I mean, Hold'em is,
And it has been growing.
Hold'em,
So
just Hold'em. It's always going to be there.
well, and Hold'em is incorrectly so. Hold'em is the entry level, I think, to the current craze of poker, and it has been. Since what? Probably 2007, Moneymaker.
Sure,
And so-
might be slightly before that.
Yeah, so I think it makes sense why so many people gravitate to Hold'em first, but eventually,
Yeah,
when
but
you
it's never
discover that
going
there's,
away.
it's not. When you see that there's variations out there, Omaha for some people is a little bit of a stretch. If you are uncomfortable with the idea, I'm going to pause
All in
here.
with top pair.
So Micah is all in with ace deuce. He does have top pair, very weak kicker, but I like his spot. Obviously,
Takes it
we can
down.
see all the hands. So he goes up to 12 big. So now he's in a good position here.
I mean, he's in a better position out.
I think so. What I mean by good is that I think it gives him a lot of strength now. When if he was willing to shove a hand pre, 12 bigs is a lot more painful when the
Then
bigs
eight.
are right. Then eight.
Yes.
So there's a significant difference to the power now of his hand and of his stack
It just
size.
goes back to what if he shoved with those pocket sevens? He was ahead on the flop, so
He was, and it's easy to play the quote unquote Monday morning quarterback. So we get to see all the information. So I think it makes
Yeah.
it a lot easier for us to make correct decisions.
yeah.
So-
he might look back on this and like, oh man.
So Monty's going away with the ace deuce, but the ace six Jefferson. We've noticed he likes to limp in and kind of muscle around with these aces, and he does so again here. So this is very consistent,
He raises up to 15,000.
and I don't blame that play with 45 bigs.
Yeah.
I think you ought to put some pressure on these stacks.
Oh, here we go.
This is where I don't even hesitate.
He's in a spot.
I Hollywood for a minute, and I don't
He flats.
like just the flat, though. I want Micah to really commit there and put pressure because I think Jefferson may consider folding. I don't know that he wants to sacrifice chips out of his chip stack to that degree.
I mean, 12 bigs is a lot at this stage, so
It is. That was his opportunity for equity.
he has an overpair to the board.
And so Micah just checking here once again
That's what the
is
gutter.
contrary to how I would play. So Micah does go
There you
all in.
He's trying to get as much value you can.
He is
Right
definitely
there.
getting a good price here to call, I think.
Check to the pre-flop aggressor. I don't blame him on that point.
I don't either.
That-
And this is a very favorable board to Micah, so now I understand the plan here. So his check on the flop was to draw in a bet.
yeah, when you short stack, I mean,
And it makes a lot more sense now.
You know your head. You're trying to just milk
He is.
as much chips as you can at this point.
So, and this is healthy. This is a healthy, look at this. So this is a healthy pot. He goes from 12 bigs all the way to 18 now.
18.
So good for Micah.
It went from 8 to 12 to 18. Tables change. How the tables turn quick. It doesn't take long.
Rosie's in the chat. Hello, hello. Always happy to see Rosie. Rosie, if you're not in the room now, she was earlier. So you cannot help but smile back at Rosie when you see her
Oh,
playing in the
man.
room.
She's such
So-
a sweetheart.
She is a joy to be around.
She is such a sweetheart.
Yep. I love her at the table. I'm glad I don't have to play against her.
You and me both. She crushes.
She does.
Like every time I see her, she has a stack in front of her. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Yep. So I think
But-
so many people have enjoyed playing with her that they just willingly give her money.
That must be it because everyone must hate me because they love taking mine.
I think they think that you're saving on haircuts. So you must be doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I don't spend a lot on shampoo. So,
Conditioner. It's all about the conditioner.
see, that's where I messed up.
And I
I'm in
discovered
the,
this morning that hats are very important on cold, rainy mornings.
Yeah, so that's why I put on this little hoodie.
Let's see. Can we help you?
It's like a built-in hat.
What is that?
I don't know. Let's get rid of it. I don't want you to help me. I want you to help me.
I don't know what that was, but that was a fun little treat. An Easter egg, I guess. So we see our B pip Hayden with 46%.
Man, what
So
an aggressor.
Hayden is really driving the action. Micah, we know, just went up because he's had to put his tournament life on the line a couple of times, being short
Twice,
stacked.
back to back.
Yeah, so that explains. Scott Friedman's in the chat. How you doing, buddy? We're hoping to see you again. Make another final table this week. I'm sure we'll see you later on. Rosie says you're so kind. So just tell him the truth. You know, there are certain personalities in life that just elevate the room that they're in, and you're one of them.
Matt's one of them too. You ever see this guy mad? Let me know. I want a
Look here for
picture.
me. It's had to have happened.
Prove it or it didn't happen. That's where we're at.
I'm surrounded by wonderful people. It's hard to be upset.
Yeah, it's also hard to be upset when you're just a wonderful person yourself. But hey, here we are.
You're going to get me blushing. Thank you. See, and this is why we're brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so Michael with queen 3, suited. Doesn't want to get it in with that hand. So this is another one of the, I guess, my bad play trade secrets. But when I see a table folding to this degree, and they're waiting for hands and they're all trying to protect their stacks, I open up my game quite a bit and become very aggressive to just pick up dead money in the pot as much as I can to get out of the small stack range that I'm in.
Me too. And then somehow someone always wakes up at the worst timing.
We've got Tiny, who I believe is traveling. He says, howdy, y'all.
What's up?
Yep. Hey,
Haven't seen
Tiny.
you in a
So
while.
hope everyone out there is being safe. If you are traveling, thank you for listening to us. and keeping us on. We appreciate it. We love the support. Once again, if you weren't here earlier when I said it, thank you for coming back. Please help us support the stream. So you're already listening and watching. If you can go ahead and subscribe to it as well on
Yes,
YouTube,
like,
it goes
share.
a tremendous way. Tell your friends, please like, share, subscribe, every bit of it. So
Monty goes all in with Queen 9 off.
I like this move.
That's not a
So-
bad play, I mean,
And the same thing, he's picking up the dead money there. He's getting out of the bottom position. He's adding to his stack and making that small stack work for him. I think that when you get down to short stack play, it's critical.
I mean, even though he only has 11 bigs, he still has.
It's damaging,
over,
though.
over 70K. That's
Right.
massive.
He's 25% of the chip leader, so nobody really wants to take that kind of hit.
Yeah, I mean,
So you have a lot of opportunity there.
the chips are actually distributed pretty evenly amongst everyone,
Yeah.
to be honest. I mean, it's definitely still anyone's game the way it is.
It
so.
really is. So this has the making to go the distance here for a little bit. I think we can make up on the back end quite a bit of the lost streaming time.
Yeah, for sure. Unless we see
So Hayden
some
with
sort
King
of
Jack.
code or something.
I want to see Hayden open it up. So get somewhere around 13,000, 14,000. That's exactly what I was talking about. None of the numbers I mentioned, but it's in the ballpark.
Yeah, give
So
or take
a little bit
thousand.
over, yeah. I like it though. So King 7, fold suited. Micah's not got a hand yet.
He lets it go as he should. Hey, I've seen Jack 4
Yep.
work before. I'm not going to say where or when, but just
Yeah. And so right now I think
yeah.
slight reference. Is it time to bring back the Robbie?
Not yet.
So-
Maybe, I don't know.
Pre-flop raising, we see Micah down at the bottom. Of course, he's been fighting to hold on to the chips that he has. I would like to see a little bit more of a wider range from Micah if I had my choice.
I mean, what are you going to do though? You don't want to get caught. I mean, he's
Well-
not the short stack now, but every
I think
chip is
a-
so crucial when you're at this stage.
A small 2x open with a hand
For
with
sure.
the preparation of the 3-bet shove behind.
And he can play his image because he hasn't played a lot of hands, so
And-
he can definitely show
Absolutely
a lot,
right.
Right? I mean,
Now, I love this hand with Monty. This would be a hand that I would consider shoving with 5-6 suited.
I would at least limped and see the flop.
If I knew I got all the way around, with only 3 people left after me, I think I would have gotten spicy with it.
Yeah, because it's like pocket deuce, you know. You're either going to spike and hit huge or not. I love this play right here.
So, yeah, Micah raises with the ace-8 suited.
It's not a super strong hand, but
No.
he can definitely get away with it. Or
He's attacking the big blind,
What'd he
taking
do?
down the dead money. There's
Looks like the blinds are up 4, 8, and 8.
yep.
All right.
So we're gonna see some action change quite a bit now, I think. So 13 bigs now for Monty. Jefferson still at the top with 40 bigs. He has not given up that roll just yet. But yeah, so this is healthy.
It was Hayden earlier, and then Jefferson took the lead, and he hasn't let go. But they haven't gotten to any hands really yet, so that can definitely change real quick.
Yeah, pinball and beer in the chat says Jack 4 is the best hand. We need to change the 7-2 game to the Jack 4 game. Well, I know that there was some discussion and people doing that for a little bit right after all the, controversy. It's safe to say.
We'll leave it at that. I don't want to talk politics.
Oh, I stand corrected. Thank you, Eric. So Eric from the air says Moneymaker was 2003, and of course I should have known that, but it all feels the same now. I said 2007. Eric comes in for the win.
Look, they said early 20s is vintage the other day, and that just hurts. You know, you're just vintage, really?
There it is. So Micah 2x raise, just like I was thinking earlier. I love the 2x open. Ace 9 suited, so he's got a healthy hand. I don't like the check on the button, but once again, we've seen this play.
Well, he knows
So
this.
he was wise enough to try
he's
and
so
draw in a
bad.
player, and I think he's doing the same play
He has
again.
to bet here. He has to deny some equity.
Yeah, just a bit. Now he's got
two
two
flush.
pairs, so he's not afraid of a whole lot.
Yeah, but there's two flush draws. a
Jeffrey,
straight-
thank you for
straight
liking
draw
the
gets
stream and
there.
joining us tonight.
He has to bet something. He has to deny some sort of equity.
Please do us a favor for everyone that's listening and viewing. As I said before, it helps us tremendously if you support the stream by subscribing.
Wow,
Well, he's got enough to go, I think, just to see if he can hit a gut shot draw, and he probably doesn't
I mean, he
trust that Micah has an
has a
ace.
huge stack, but like, I mean,
So now, is this a scare card for Micah?
It's definitely a scare. I mean, he's no matter what happens, I think he's gonna have to call here anyways.
He's got so much,
Like,
he's got so much showdown equity here.
It's a scare card, but
It is a scare
can't
card.
get away from that. There's
But
no
if
way.
Jefferson shoves right here, Micah doesn't call, does he?
I would. They check.
The check. Yeah, that one surprised me. Well, I get why Micah checked. Jefferson there, that's a moment where, once again, because of how aggressive I think I am as a player, I would choose that moment to apply pressure and just go ahead and go all in and see what Micah does. Watching him check, I think multiple times, gives me the confidence that I can get away with that play.
That could be such a good trap though, because if I was Micah, I'm calling any bet with with 2 pair.
Absolutely.
I mean, how do you get away from that? You just don't. You just can't.
And I haven't seen enough of Micah's play yet to know if that is in the wheelhouse of what he was preparing.
True. He's been playing pretty well, I think.
He has been. Yeah, he made a couple of moves that surprised me, but then he ended up in the same place that I wanted to be. So I like it. He just went about it a different way.
He did take another road to the same destination.
All right.
4-5.
4-5 and 5-6. We've seen
On the
both.
cutoff. I actually kind of like those hands. I like to limp with those hands.
And we didn't properly acknowledge it, but we've had a dealer change, so now we have Butcher in the box. Once again, one of our favorites.
The Butcher.
Not that we play favorites, because it's such a great staff, but I do
Monty
love being...
goes all in with Ace-4.
Butcher, much like Rosie, is just a joy to be around. So he does not seem to have bad days. I don't know how it's possible. So I'm going to turn the table mic up once again. Monty is all in with Ace-4 off.
I think Jefferson's just Hollywood in here. You just got to play it off a little bit. There's no way you can call here, right?
Right. That's exactly right. But he doesn't want to give the impression that he's willing to surrender his small blinds often.
Yeah, it doesn't want to look like it's pushover, but...
But you do... I do think there comes a point where you have to be aware that the short stacks are just finding places to make moves, and it's not necessarily the strength of their hand.
For sure.
But the pressure of the blinds.
You know they are. I mean, for him, he definitely knows they are. He's played enough tournaments, but... I mean, you still have to have some sort of equity to call. You know what I mean? Queen high, what are you doing there?
Right. Well, and there's a reason why I'm commentating and they're playing.
This is true.
So, realistically, I know that.
This is why we're both commentating.
I'll say this, though.
Oh,
look at this. So, we saw Hayden open up with a couple of suited hands early on.
Doesn't know this, but 2 of his
So, I would look for him to open up once again.
Jefferson with pocket 6s. 18.
No, Hayden.
That's not a crazy bet for the blinds. I would definitely
Yeah, so...
set mine here. Oh, he says screw it.
Yeah, and with the 23 bigs, I love that.
He says come get it. If you
So, now we haven't seen Hayden act for a while, so I would have put his hand stronger than what it was, but I love Jefferson just using the entire weight of his stack with 28 big blinds, shipping it all in and putting the pressure back on Hayden, who Hayden does fold.
It's a good play.
Yeah, it's a great play. That's a tremendous awareness, I think, of Jefferson to know where he's at in the hand and the confidence to just ship it into him. Because, like I said, Hayden hadn't made a move for quite a while.
It's true. He hasn't played a hand.
So he hasn't been flagrantly reckless.
Exactly. He was chip leader and he lost it. And to be fair, he has been card dead. So
Right.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Okay, so Eric clarifies and says, I'm still on the runway de-icing the plane. That's how he's getting to join us for extended time. So Eric is in stream overtime with us. So we see Hayden, pocket pair now. Once again, I would look for an aggressive open. And I say aggressive, kind of tongue-in-cheek. So he hasn't gotten out of line with his raises. They've all been very reasonable. Same thing. He's back to 18K. So we saw him make that raise last hand and then fold with the suit at 8-9, I believe it was.
I'm laughing at Tiny Poker's my vintage comment. But yeah, $100 tournament, like it's good action. Let's stream it. Why not?
Why not?
Give everyone some table time. You know, it's a good time. I mean, watching the big games are really fun. You know, big money, but it's just not realistic for a good, a chunk of people that play.
That's absolutely right. So the big games are super exciting to watch, and I understand why streams will focus on the big games. We've said it before, these streams are very complicated to run properly, as you guys have seen tonight. They're very easy to do a flawed stream or make mistakes.
Oh, look
All right,
here.
I'm going to pause in this hand. Micah made a move. Hayden goes all in. We're going to turn up the mics. So
Interesting
this is a
spot.
hard spot for Micah to call. He does have a decision here.
I don't blame him for letting it
He
go.
shows the lay down with the 5 and lets it go, and I don't blame him at all. And as we know, at this point in the hand, it's the correct lay down. And again, Hayden picks up another stack of chips.
55K.
So yeah, we know you guys have gotten to see firsthand when streams don't run flawlessly. Casinos and rooms that focus on the big game streams are so that they can maximize the expense they have and just show the most exciting high end of the stream. We're taking a different approach here in that we want to give our regular everyday grinder and recreational player the opportunity to also enjoy the stream. And then we can showcase games that play at the level that the average player in the country and frankly in the world at the stakes that they play. So you're seeing, real content that directly correlates to the game you play.
It's relatable.
It's extremely
it's real-time relatable situations. Like, you can't be like, oh, man, do I face a $20,000 call here?
Right.
I don't know about the games that you play, but I'm not facing a $20,000 call. There's usually not even $20,000 on the table, so.
Absolutely. Yeah, so catching up. Fania says she loves the dealer. Number 1, totally agree. So Butcher is definitely a class act.
Yes.
Tiny says that's why I'm in the chat. We got men to love it that it's just a $100 tournament. Absolutely. The action and the excitement for a $100 tournament with this kind of prize pool, and it's been growing every week. So I absolutely agree. It has been fun. Chase the limit. Seriously love that y'all stream these tourneys. Thank you. Thank you for the support. And if there's other tournaments or other things that you want to see on the stream, please reach out and let us know.
Oh, we are definitely open to any feedback, suggestions, ideas. I mean, why not? I mean, you guys are the ones playing out here.
Yeah, we are.
We want to know what you guys want to see, what
Very
you guys
true.
want to play. I mean, if we can make it happen, we'll do our best to do it.
Yeah, Danielle and I are the GMs, and our aim, and actually the staff at every level. So this is true in every department at every level. We are establishing a club that is for players. So this does us no good to create a club just for us, and you guys don't like the product at the end result. So we're trying to create a cheers environment where you've had a bad day. This is where you come to make it better. You've had a great day. This is where you come to
the payouts
celebrate.
aren't right, guys. Just so you know, this was actually yesterday's payout. So
Oh, oddly enough, so the wrong payouts are showing on the screen. So I can tell you, first place payout is $1,155 as planned. Second place is $780. Third place is $468. Fourth is $374, and fifth place is $343. So those are the correct payouts. We're not sure what the graphic was,
that was
or
actually yesterday's. I was actually in here recording, just kind of playing around with it. I didn't realize. I don't know how to or want to go back and change it.
I
because
sure do.
everything else is running smoothly right now. So
I'm a gambler at heart, so I am just fine with hitting buttons and just seeing what happens.
So if something happens, Matt did it.
Always. When in doubt, Matt probably did it. It comes with the position.
Funny on how true it is,
Yeah.
too.
I am unafraid to take risk.
Having a chase the limit, having a chance to be a reasonably low stake player to watch yourself on stream is so relatable and builds such a good community. I agree. It's not for everyone, but some people like watching themselves on little TV time, little airtime, and be like, hey, that's me. Or, you can show somebody else, like, look what I did. Like, hey, I took down this tournament. Like, check out this big pot. Like, it's cool. Everyone hears a Bad Beat story, but to actually show it now,
Right.
yeah, it's a little bit more credibility when you have the proof.
That's absolutely right. And that's what I mean. So to be able to show the game you play and feel the beats and feel the pain. So at the level of what you play, I think is kind of what people are connecting to right now. In addition to that, though, it also gives you kind of tips and tricks to add to your playbook.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
So-
learning session.
Right, when you're watching somebody play through a hand and they take a certain line that maybe you hadn't considered before, I think you get excited to now go back and experiment with it in your game in the future.
Yes. Tony says, I've been able to play all over the world in Poker House Dallas. It's just the best. We definitely appreciate that comment.
We do.
We try to be the best. I mean, we do everything we can. I mean, if there's, like I said, if there's something that we can do and accommodate and we can actually do it, let us know. Or at least we can try and see what
and
happens. The worst we can say is no. So,
Tiny has had a significant role in getting us set up. So helping establish our stream and getting the camera angles and the lighting and everything hooked up and correct.
right
For-
on.
Yeah, so for that, we
I
are...
wasn't there for that. I came a little late. I'm a little bit new to the team, so I haven't got to see everybody in their roles yet. But I love it. I mean, no complaints, no issues. No one's yelled at me yet. At least not to my face.
All right, so look at this hand brewing. We have Monty with ace queen, so top pair, top kicker. Jefferson with the gut shot draw. He's open it, or not
He's
gut shot, but
open it.
excuse me, opening to draw. So we got Monty going all in. The draw calls.
And the call. Yep. Here we are.
Yeah.
We.
So this could be a significant change. I am going to turn up the table mic once again.
Here we go.
Keep your name.
Oh, trip queens.
Looking for a king.
Nothing
or an
really has changed yet.
eight. He holds.
And Monty holds. Took a significant chunk out of Jefferson's stack, and that's going to move Monty up to the
It's huge.
second in chips. Maybe I'm
I
making
believe-
that up.
I believe he's tied for second. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
So Monty, once again, coming back from the bottom
That's huge.
and climbing his way up. Like
Yeah,
we
he's-
said,
yeah,
anything
he's-
can happen.
He was tied for second.
Yeah, tournament poker. This is what makes it fun.
The lead changes are just nuts. Micah, did we miss something? Micah has 5 bigs? I must miss something. Holy cow. He is first to act here, looks like. So let's see what he gets. See if he
Well,
can
and with 5 bigs at this point, because of the big blind ante system, I'm not even looking. I'm just shipping it. And in fact, I'm not even upset with the queen 9 suited that he ends
really
up
not that
with.
bad.
But yeah, with only 5 bigs, I'm not trying to just flat. It takes too much, and I know that the big blind with the big blind ante is going to punish my stack too much. I need to just get it in,
He raises.
maximize the equity.
He just raises.
Well, and admittedly, I may be off base. I am aggressive as a player. I know this about myself. But I don't see any other plan here than get it in.
takes
Holding
it down.
back 2 bigs.
He takes it down. He was just, I think he was just trying to see one more hand if it goes way south. But at that point, I mean, are you really going to fold 2 bigs though?
No. No.
Maybe he was hoping
I'm
just
not.
for somebody to just flat and maybe hit a big flop and get a little bit more.
And that could be. Yeah.
Excuse me. Hayden with 35 bigs, taking not a commanding lead, but he has a big lead now. His non-aggressive route has definitely put him on top. Oh, he wakes up with pocket 10s now. Here we go.
Yep. So once again, since the blinds are still what they are, I look for Hayden to go back to his standard 18.
25, I mean 10. $30,000. Yeah, I had a couple of pros on my, so 5 tables that I was moved in, they were like the toughest freaking tables. The second day, you know Ashley, the girl, Ashley, the big brother. She had 400,000. I had 200,000. Second day. So we were 151 players left. And the main. And within 30 minutes, she pissed them off. 400,000. She was out. So I went all the way from 200,000 to like 83rd place. Kind of babied it, and then moved in whenever I had.
That's her style of play.
I couldn't believe. Yeah.
I'm surprised. Did she tell them how bad they play that she's going?
She was telling me. She was being.
I remember I'm on the mic. Like, the F word is my favorite word.
I know. Look, Eddie.
She was being Ashley.
He's just on this, that, on that.
Yeah, she was being Ashley. You can tell the rumor around. Oh, there's that lady.
Hey, can I have water?
I mean, you can drink it like.
I'll get you just. I don't have anything to tell you. Thank you.
Blinds, 5, 10, and 10.
All right, guys, here we go.
Awesome. Good day.
I love found money.
Yeah, I'm ready. First well.
Top here, Jefferson, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Barry ships it. Micah Foe. Hayden Foe. Jefferson Foe. Calls.
Okay, I'm gone.
Ungol.
Alright, I do have an all in. And a call. Here we go. Here comes your flop.
I was only kidding.
Maybe not.
Okay, maybe not.
Ace King.
Still alive. Still alive.
Chip in the chair, man.
Chip in the chair. Always.
That's yours as well. Thank you.
Good answer. Thank you. I was hoping you would wake up with 7 deuce.
And push.
You can ask for a better flop.
He could have asked for a better flop.
Yeah, no, me. I was behind you.
Actually, after that flop, he's 6. You're the technical 5.
Do this again, sir.
All in. Micah Foes, Hayden Foes, Jefferson Foes. Monty is the one that's all in. 55,000. And Barry Foes.
Lucky. Luck box.
I had a good hand.
Hayden Monty is all in.
Yeah.
Barry is a fold. Maka is a fold.
Last call, Kevin. Last call, Kevin. Two, you try to walk on seat. Two, you try to walk on seat.
Jefferson fold. Monty is all in. Count is 100,000 each.
Oh, here, that's fine.
Barry calls.
I'm all in.
Maka is all in.
Hey, yeah. I'm in for 95.
95. There's Tim on the side. Everybody's all in. Turn them up, guys.
How big is that, Queens? Checkers.
Alright, I got jacks.
Well, this
They're
one's
outside.
looking pretty
Yes,
good.
king, queen.
Come on, hooks.
Yes, king, queen. Here we go.
Anybody got clubs? You got the club. You got my club.
Come on. Sweat it, 10. Okay, Jack. Well, there's a 7, there's a Jack.
Diamond.
Side pot.
That's so gross. Like, they're drawing super thin. Like,
Monty has been
like-
eliminated.
like 60, 20, 20. Like 63, yeah. 66%, something like that.
Alright, I got an extra 5.
Good playing with you, buddy.
Likewise.
the mic.
Good luck, gentlemen. See you, Mike. Good luck.
Take care, Mike.
Good luck, good luck.
You alright?
Fun needs to move.
Fun's on Micah.
Player, eliminate. And we have 4. Barry is a fold. Maka fold. Hayden call. Check. That's 20. Jefferson folds.
Just knock you out because you already out.
Well.
I think we're getting to the table, actually. I mean, this is a nice table. You just gotta put, like, something under the leg or something like that. Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Actually, it's an okay table.
Just how the table like wobbles like
It's very front heavy.
Micah folds, Hayden folds, small blind calls. Barry checks. Heads up. Jefferson checks. Barry checks. Bet 25,000. Barry folds. Fold. Jefferson fold. Barry has moved all in. Micah fold.
Hey, Michael. I got more beers on the way. Do you have a cigarette?
I don't have a cigarette, but
Everyone's so sweet around here.
Hey, why don't you just go to Costco and buy like an eco pack?
Just to like stash here.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
That's a great idea.
I can
They
actually keep it- I
have
can
they have the
keep it
gross for
real.
$1,200.
Just a big ass carton.
Yeah, I can.
Like a
I'm just fucking with you.
quadruple carton.
12 cartons.
For $1,200.
That's actually really smart.
Girl string in there?
yeah.
Anyone
I'll
buying
do
it?
that the way you.
Who's coming?
Matt and Chris.
Chris Tess?
It was tiring when I commentated like 5 days a week. Oh yeah, I'm tired. Like
Mentally tired, I bet.
there was one Saturday
Jefferson
where
folds.
I commentated for 9 hours straight alone. I wanted to shoot myself. Should have said it on the air, whatever.
Barry raises to 25,000. Micah folds. Hayden has moved all in. Barry folds.
Button straddle.
Kudos. They playing music.
Barry raises to 25,000. Micah folds. Hayden calls 25,000. Jefferson folds. Bonnie is the one that's all in. 55,000. And Barry folds.
Lucky.
I had a good hand.
Check by Hayden. Check by Jefferson. Check by Barry. Check. 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 Barry bets 50,000. Fold. and fold. Buttons right. Barry is a fold. Maka is a fold. Bring it. Yeah. What else I gotta do for it? That'd be my first question.
Things we don't speak of around here.
Maka fold. Hayden fold. Jefferson fold. Barry gets a walk.
Is that 7 deuce?
No, I haven't got one off a walk in a month and a half. Jefferson fold. We're gonna have to start that streak over, ain't we? Count is 100,000. Very called. Maka is all in. Hayden raises to 40,000. Everybody's up.
You got me wake up.
Yeah. Buttons on Barry. Alright guys. That's my time for now. Here comes Scott.
Did you say where I was going? Yeah, so you're going to 8.
Dealer change bomb pot? Three raises all in.
I'm glad they put the right rotation. Sometimes they'll feel like, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's actually gonna get out. Trump was like, who's winning Island? Like, hippie. Yeah, brother.
Six fold. 8 fold.
You gotta put them all in to play with it.
Raise all in again. 3. You've got a pretty good sight line, correct, Eddie? You've got a good sight line of everything,
Yeah.
right?
It's actually nice being on this side. Thanks for the experience. Yeah, you're welcome. I don't have to do analysis.
Stands for his good for his 3 betting range. You should see bet his entire range on the flop. Blah, 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 blah.
3 raises all in.
You've dealt since we put in the program off cam, right? Like, you've done the final table since we did the program off cam, right?
Flop? With flop cam? Yeah. Raise 25K from 3. 6 folds.
Everybody would be mad if I won with that.
Especially me.
Who's in the booth, Eddie?
Who's in the booth?
Yeah.
Matt and Chris, that's the new cage manager.
Alright guys, match up next hand. 10, 15, 15.
We're gonna save this hand up next.
Next hand.
Jefferson, I didn't get your cards.
You want to bet?
Yeah, please.
There
There we go.
All right.
Thank you.
Call. Check. Heads up. Bet 10 minimum.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta put something in. Oh, blinds are
Bet
up
min.
next.
I would say bet min.
Blinds are up next. This hand or next hand?
We're up there.
Yep. Now, what we're doing is you're talking into the webcam, we're using that as a microphone.
Okay.
So it's not ideal, but it's better than not having audio.
All right. So we just go back, and now we're good?
Yeah, we should be good.
Yeah,
If your
I mean,
limits are off
this
and we're not
is
getting
working
anything
now.
out of it, and go check your I'm like got 3% battery, so I'm probably gonna die.
All right.
Check and yeah, if not, they'll just have to lock it without audio.
All right. So what are we turning off?
You don't have to turn on the mixer, just leave it on.
Okay.
I was gonna say you can't turn off your mixer because we're not using it, it's not working properly.
Right.
But just let's leave everything on.
So then the audio is just coming through the webcam that's over here on the left?
The webcam, yeah, that microphone. So you can grab that and like put it closer to you, so you're not, talking across the building.
The entire physical camera?
Yeah, exactly. You grab that and put it in front of you like a microphone.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go listen to it, see if it works.
All right.
Sweet.
See you in a
Good
bit.
luck.
Bye. All right. So once again, so we don't have volume control or mute. We're just taking a stab at this.
See how this works?
Eric is trying to walk us through it, but as you know, he has been on a plane, off a plane. Oh, Ryan says it's working, so we do have some success.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
So the mics that we had,
Also,
we
a little
are,
boat says "Hello, Poker World."
we're
Poker
running
World wants to
through.
say hello back.
We're running through the webcam mic at the moment, and just kind of making it work as best we can. For us, it has been everything we promised. Ryan, thank you for liking the stream.
Yes, thank you very
It's
much.
been a memorable one for sure. We set the bar extremely low for the week, so I can confidently say it can't be worse.
I'll never. I'm scared to say anything.
I'm glad it's working. Thank you, Ryan, for the confirmation. So thank you,
man.
Eric, for trying to walk us through some of the odd difficulties tonight. So I've had fun.
Oh, it's definitely been fun. It's
It
something
has
exciting.
been. It's been enjoyable. So there are quite a few changes here. So we've been following along. I don't think you guys could hear us at all.
I don't know. We still
We
have
are
audio,
down
but
four-handed.
yeah, we did lose Monty.
Yep.
On a three-way all-in. He had pocket jacks against king queen suited and king queen off, and there was a king in the window.
And
so.
it did run out 4 diamonds, but of the 3 hands, no one had a diamond. Shenanigans. So the bottom deck is 11 bigs. As you can see, there's a tremendous amount of parity now. The top is 29 bigs. So at this point, I think it's anybody's game.
Let's. Oh, and we also got a dealer change. Just now realized that Scott's in the box.
We do have Scott in the box.
Scott in the box. It's like a jack in a box. Jeff goes all in with king 9 suited.
I like that move. Micah with queen 7 might get a bit frisky here with only 10 bigs.
And
I'm not sure, but you called it earlier where he's probably going to try and ladder up, and I think that might be the case here as well.
Smart fold. He was so far behind. Club. He did not get the club outs. We are good, brother.
There we go. Michael Kelly. It's been a while, my friend. Welcome back to the stream. We haven't had either one of your prodigies on the stream yet tonight, so which is uncharacteristic. Normally we are
You're giving everyone else a chance.
to catch up. So Michael is the father of Brian and Sarah.
Oh.
So yeah, and I've mentioned this time and again. I'm tickled. For lack of a better term, I'm overjoyed. I think anytime he joins the stream because I love the idea of. Can you imagine having a job that your child has that you actually get to watch them work?
I didn't even know they were related.
Oh, well, there you go. This just in. So
I'm learning new things about our staff.
Once again, so Chris is new to us, and he's still learning the staff. I think in general. So.
He just assumes I know everything. As much as I wish I
Brian
did.
and Sarah are related to Michael, specifically.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. Yep. All right, Michael with King 9. So once again, I've expressed many times how aggressive I am. I am probably open shoving with king 9.
I don't think I would there, to be honest.
Yeah. I think at 10 bigs, I just want to build
I don't
as
think
much of a
so.
stack as I can. And I think if I got king 9 in,
Well, he
I think
gets
the
one more.
ace 7 probably doesn't come along.
Probably not, but he has. I mean, he gets another hand.
He does.
That was a free hand, so.
Yeah, it was. It was.
So he didn't have anything invested, so I don't blame the fold there.
I'm ready to go to battle with every hand.
I noticed. With 10 bigs, I mean, look at the chip stack compared to what happened to bigs. I mean, they're just passing chips back and forth, so he still had, I mean, even though it's 10 bigs, it's still a lot of chips for someone to call off.
It is. It is. No one wants to be the next one to go out.
No, you get a pay jump at that point.
There is a pay jump now from 4th to 3rd, for sure.
Yeah. Or 3rd to 4th, yeah. $100, about 100, just about.
Yep. And as we can see, so Micah says everyone would be mad if I won with that. We see the jack 4 hand.
I don't blame him.
No. It is fun though.
There goes his bigs. See what he does. Down to 85K. So pretty much he kind of needs.
Point,
I think he needs to make a move.
It doesn't matter what the hand is.
This orbit. So he's gonna get the small blind, which is fine, but he'll get a few.
I mean, to surrender 5,000.
Yeah, he gets a few free hands to pick a better spot. You get a chance to ladder up, and he still has enough chips to put a dent in somebody.
He does. He absolutely does. And he's not the only small stack on the table.
He called there.
Yeah, I don't mind the flat there. If you're confident that...
Oh, that's not bad. That's a double gutter.
It's got options.
That's a double gutter. I would have bet. I would have bet. He missed a betting opportunity there.
He did.
Yeah.
Although, I wouldn't be surprised if Hayden comes back over the top just to muscle around the shorter stack that Micah is. If he only bet and didn't chip it all in, because that's another point where I'm coming back with that stack and applying pressure to see how committed you are.
He shouldn't be scared of an ace there, because that was a big blind, check.
It is.
Just limp there, so I mean...
And if I'm down to 4-handed, my only role is to acquire chips any way I can get them. Because I'm playing for first, I'm not playing for mid-cash.
And he's drawing to the nuts.
Now 10-8
so, I mean,
is another one. I'm shipping it on 10-8 suited.
Oh, for sure.
The blinds are coming around so fast.
Because he's going to get the equity to...
Yeah, and I'm not mad if I can just pick up the dead money in the pot.
At least he raises. It's like a raise of 30,000. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. You gotta chip up any way you can.
Yeah. Before you face the next big blind.
That's really weird. I don't know why he didn't go all in, but then again, he's there and we're here.
True story. So the point that we keep coming back to, clearly he has a better line on how this game plays.
Yeah, he has 115,000 roughly in his stack, so it's...
All right. So we are on hand 59.
Oh, so Barry was the one that suggested the paying the bubble if he forfeits his chips.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a fun fact.
Yeah, I like that. So here we go. We got a hand brewing. Hayden with pocket sixes. Micah with queen 10. I see Micah probably raising. He likes to raise with these hands. Hayden, I just expect to ship with the sixes. We saw it earlier.
I like queen 10 to be honest. Bets 35. Pocket six. He knows.
The sixes went away.
Wow.
Okay, I'm surprised about that.
He knew he was flipping.
So I wonder if this is a case of Micah's image now.
I guess he just didn't feel comfortable with the flip.
Wow. So this is anybody's flop. It is a race.
I don't blame him.
I don't either.
This is a good spot for him. It's a great spot for him.
Yep. I don't blame him at all.
I mean, even with ace high.
Barry has 14 bigs left, but that's not anything that you want to sacrifice.
No, and then
because you feel like maybe your ace is dominated as well.
Yeah, because even if you put him on ace, you gotta assume he's got a bigger kicker.
Yep. And Micah did open pre-flop. It suggests
There
a
he
pocket
goes.
pair or high ace.
There he goes.
And Micah picks up some chips. I like that move quite a bit.
Yeah, chipping back up.
Can't critique that. So he's still tied for third place.
We'll get tied for first too. 14,
I was going to
14.
say only a few bigs away. This really is anybody's game.
Yeah,
There's so much parity here in these stacks.
There's only $45,000 separating
between first and fourth.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, and this turned into be a really exciting game.
Right. There's not just that one person that's completely dominant. It has like 75% of the chip stack.
Yeah. Yes, so quite a bit has happened here. I like it. Well, let us know if you guys can hear us at all in this stream. So we are now talking to the webcam mic. We're hoping that you can hear any semblance of what we're saying. So, and if it's clear audio, if it's not clear, we'll have this corrected in time for tomorrow for sure.
Checking heads up. Micah didn't even know this, but he's
All
favored until 3 comes out.
So, yeah, look at that. Now that's a card that I'd get sticky with a 3.
This can bail him out if he plays. He turns a flush draw.
Yeah, so
But
Micah's got some.
he also has a
reasonable
good
outs.
scare card there. It's a great scare card.
Well, and we noticed that Barry is very selective of his hand, so I like that play with Micah as well.
He runs deep for a reason.
Yeah.
He's consistent. Barry is very consistent. And these payouts, again, folks, are not correct on the one that just popped up.
Yeah, so those graphics are not correct. The red background graphic is correct.
Yes.
So when you see the red background graphic that shows the clock, those tournament payouts are correct.
I just work here. Barry wakes up with the ladies.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Will anyone catch a hand?
Now, this is where I'd like to see Barry just open raise a little over 2x.
Yeah, he's just 35,000.
Yeah, I don't want to see him go too high. Exactly, 35,000.
Raise and take.
Raise and take.
I like it. It's like raising canes, but
that's a new term.
I like it. He did bet 35, by the way.
Yeah, and
Hayden woke up with Jack 9 suited, but I don't blame him.
No, not at all.
Not at this stage. I mean, literally, there's not very many chips separating these guys. Literally every chip matters at this point.
Right.
It is so close.
All right, click action tracker, click settings. Where's action tracker? Over here. Launch action tracker. That may not have been it.
That's the action tracker.
Where'd it go?
Yeah,
I saw settings a second ago. Down here. Where did that button go?
Maybe we need to wait for the hand to be over. Oh, we got an all-in. Hayden with pocket sevens. Jeff's thinking about it. King Jack off. He lets it go. They're being very selective with their hands now.
They are.
Let's see if it comes back once he gets the hand.
Settings. Now what? Click payouts.
Yeah. Or under payouts. There you go. Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, alright. So now we can hurry and change those. So
1155. 780. 468. 374. The other one's already gone, so. Continue. Sweet. I like it.
Alright.
Hayden wakes up with threes this time. It's a little downgrade from his pocket sevens. Barry has 8-3. He limps in. He's got one of his outs. He might not. Oh, 8 on the flop. Barry with a huge lead. Hayden's drawn to a one-outer at this point. 4 spades on the board. Let's see who has the cojones to do something about it. So you can see Barry has a hand. It's a 4-liner on there. Oh, they checked. Barry wins another one. Shipping up. Nice and slow and steady.
I hear it wins races.
Slow and steady? I mean, I guess it depends.
All right, so Eric confirmed that we are being heard. So this is great. We're just going to make sure that we talk loud enough to project into the webcam microphone.
Run up. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take whatever we can get.
Actually got a little bit of action lately. Hayden he's on a heel.
Yeah, so
looks up with an ace this time.
Thank you, Flow Easy 214. So yes, you are not incorrect. The audio is a little bit off. Our regular audio is not working correctly, so we're talking through a webcam microphone just as a stopgap to get through tonight. We're gonna do our best to continue to just openly project as best we can. It's gonna sound like we're on a conference call or speakerphone. A really bad Zoom call, perhaps.
Micah takes that one down.
Tomorrow we will have all of these technical difficulties completely corrected and improved and ready to go. Once again, it's going to be a $125,000 cap cash game stream tomorrow at 4 p.m. If you're wanting to come in and join us in the room, come let us know. Put your name on the board. The earlier you get here, the easier it is to guarantee that you can make the stream table.
Yeah,
it will be the first 9 players that are on the list and in the room. Yeah, guarantee your seat. Get here as early as you can possibly get here to guarantee that you're on the list for that main table. 4 p.m. start, 125 game. It is going to be Hold'em, $1,000 cap. Thank you for letting us know. Yeah, so we appreciate you guys for staying with us through all the technical difficulties. We've had a great time navigating it. I said this earlier, Chris and I have learned heaps on how the software works. However, thankfully we have the best IT in the business with Eric, who has been traveling. He's been a trooper with a nearly completely dead phone.
He's been able to kind of essentially band-aid us through.
He is.
From many, many miles away.
So he is triaging problems left and right, keeping the stream going as best as he possibly can remotely. Tomorrow we'll have all of this buttoned up and troubleshot ahead of time. All right, so once again, we just discovered that the table mic that you were hearing is actually live, but the images that you're seeing are on a delay, so we do operate on a delay. So it's going along with some of the different issues that we're having. So I'm just going to turn the table mic all the way down to stop the confusion. So what you're hearing is actually 10 minutes in the future.
Ooh,
but it's not every day, right? Not every day that you get to hear the future. So you're welcome. Just another feature that we provide.
Don't ask me for lotto numbers. I can't hit it myself. I did horrible. I did win $38 on that Powerball though.
Stop bragging.
Time and place.
Time and place.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this game. I know that difficulty aside with the technical aspect, this has been a fun game to watch.
John Berryman says it sounds pretty good on his end, so...
Oh, right on. All right. Well, now that I know that you guys can actually hear us, it makes it a little bit easier to commentate. So we're going to do our best just to keep the action going on the stream. So thank you guys for contributing.
Everyone's a little card dead right now, so it's...
It is. It's gotten kind of thin.
It's unfortunate, so...
We don't have the benefit of the table mic anymore, so... I don't notice that we've had any conversation of a chop of any kind, even as the blinds are creating some parity and evening out.
No, with Barry on the table, you're not likely going to get a chop.
All right, well, just that alone, I'm kind of high-fiving Barry.
Barry on the table, he might consider it if it's heads up, but four-way, I don't see it.
I realize that we're wearing headsets that serve no purpose.
Well, I mean, before we were listening to that, but it was the delay, so
yeah,
here we are.
All right, so my ears are thankful. Jefferson wakes up with ace-king. He finally gets a hand on the button. It's going to look like a position play. He's going to need somebody else to have some kind of hand to even call him, otherwise he's just going to take it.
Looks like he's going to try to make a move, but nobody even has something to consider.
And we haven't seen a lot of reckless/aggressive play at this table.
Not yet. But
so, and once again, we see Micah and Hayden. So third place tie. and it's anybody's game. Now there is a little bit more of a wider gap with a $95,000 gap between Micah and Jefferson, the top stack versus bottom
Yeah,
stack.
it was just 35 or 45,000.
45,000. So yeah. So we've had a couple of changes on that.
Look at arm hand 69.
Yeah. So this hand, from where we started, losing 3 players in the first 10 minutes, this game really took a slow turn.
It tightened up
and
quick.
Yeah, and they're just trading chips around, and it did. The play got extremely tight.
Might we get a walk here? Oh, he was small blind.
He was small, yeah. So he completes, big blind checks. We're going to go to a flop.
Michael with top pair.
Yeah, and why not? There's not going to be a whole lot of traction. Hayden can't come along for this ride.
Yeah,
and we haven't seen him
completely bricked.
Right.
Micah shows too. Lets him know he wasn't bluffing.
I don't want him to know that. I want him to think that I'm bluffing so that I'm going to continue making those moves. And I want them to get antsy and then call me very light.
Maybe he's waiting for maybe he's doing it on purpose, creating this super tight image and just waiting to make this big move.
Well, and that is a play. I think personally, I like to show the bluffs. I don't like to show when I have it.
It goes both ways. It could be a setup for something down the road where he might be in a tough spot and
if
it's
you
a big
are
bet and he shows and he might be able to get somebody to forward. Someone, if he shows a bunch of bluffs, someone might just call him off. So he might be setting up for like a steal later on down the road.
Yeah, I mean, I like that move if the stacks are incredibly deep and there's a lot of life left in the play. But right now, it's a pretty dicey game. So nobody is deep stacked at this point.
Suited ace.
Yeah, the biggest stack is 15 bigs.
He takes it. Yeah, it's crazy.
And look at that. It's almost a 3-way tie for first.
Micah gets 2 blinds.
Hayden is half stacked to everybody else.
Yeah, he wins 2 blinds and he's tied for first.
Yeah. This is probably the rare scenario
where the chips just go in a circle.
Well, yeah, and I can see Chop because they've been playing now four-handed. However,
if I'm playing this
I
long,
would widen my aggression like you wouldn't believe and just start building a stack that just dominates.
I like Micah's hand.
If nobody wants to play hands, I'll just take every pot I can grab a hold of.
Oh,
so we see Jefferson go in, and this is exactly what I'm speaking about.
Very, very.
I want to put pressure on people to really decide. Do you want to get in? Look at that. King Jack lays down. No. Oh no, he did call.
Yes,
Hang on. He did. Okay. I thought it was a fold. We don't have the audio, so we don't know. But I like this race. Ace 3 still ahead. Oh, but he's got the clubs. Does not come along and help him. All right. Eliminated Hayden. So good game, Hayden. He hung in there like a warrior.
He got it in good.
He did. So now we're down to three-handed, and Micah is still in the mix. Look at that.
That's all you can ask for is get it in with the best hand.
Some days that's the game.
Some days you just gotta beat the deck. We're down to the final 3.
Well played. All right, here we go. They're establishing the button and the blinds in the correct position.
All right.
And we're back on. Here we go. Once again, Scott in the box dealing.
I like Scott. I just recently met him. Well, obviously, but I like him though. He's got a good personality.
To my knowledge, he is not related to Brian and Sarah or Michael.
Is that the same last name?
No.
Oh, that would probably make sense. I was like, wait, what?
Nope. Random non sequitur that applies to nothing. So Micah with Queen 3, Barry with Ace 8. Well, I like that raise from Barry. I think short-handed, three-handed play, that's a strong hand.
Micah calls.
Micah defending, I don't mind either at this point, honestly.
Oh,
again.
top pair, he gets top pair.
Oh, and middle pair with Barry. I don't know how they don't get this in.
This is going to be this.
I just don't know. Yeah, Barry can't get chips quick enough, thinking that his 8. I don't know any other thing.
If Michael plays this right, he can get a double up here.
He can.
He goes all in. Let's see what happens.
Yep. but I don't know that Barry calls.
I'm not sure if I would have went all in at that point either.
No.
To be honest.
No, I can see a case to be made to milk it.
I would have flat or put a small raise there. I'm trying to get as much as I can with the chip stacks being this close. Yeah.
Well, and if you're Micah, you got to feel really good that Barry hasn't snap called.
Oh, 100%.
So it gives you a lot of freedom here to just kind of relax a little bit. He is. He has to believe his 8 is good here.
I don't blame him.
So I don't either. I get it. Flow easy 2-on-4 asks, what are the payouts for the remaining players? So 3-handed. Heart does not help anybody.
On the river.
Trip 8.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Barry hits an 8 on the river.
And eliminates Micah. We're down to heads up. So Micah for third place is going to take 468 in the remaining 2 spots. First place is going to be 1,155. Second place is 780. So that's what they're playing for now. You can see the payouts on the screen. That graphic is correct. So we finally got that one worked out and corrected.
Those back-to-back eliminations, and both times the person eliminated got it in good.
Yeah, so
was ahead.
Now, I don't know what the stacks are after that all in.
Oh, Barry's got to be so far ahead now.
I mean,
I say so far ahead, but he's at least.
All right, so
2-1.
yeah,
Oh,
3-1.
3-1.
So Barry has a 3-1 lead going into the heads up with Jefferson.
Jeff has an
12
ace.
bigs versus 37
You have to
bigs.
make a move here. Heads up with an ace.
You do. You don't have to ship it here.
No.
But I do want to see an
gonna get
open,
the
maybe
blinds.
40,000 is where I would put Jefferson.
Even 35 is not the worst.
Right, agreed. Even 35, but somewhere in that range. Even 30. I mean, I could see.
He gets him to flat, so he's gonna pick up some extra chips if he goes all in. Here it is.
Oh,
Makes a move.
He does, and he surrenders.
He takes it.
Yeah, and
What do you got to do, especially heads up? I mean,
well,
it
and that's
is-
a tremendous difference.
It is an art when
So-
you're playing shorthanded, when you're playing heads up. Like, there is a lot of strategy involved. Just like that, he drops back to 2-1 instead of 3-1.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Flow Easy says thanks. Nice pot. Was wondering why they were playing passive. Yeah, there has been a lot of very passive play, for lack of a
Yeah.
better term, or a calculated play for sure. There's not a lot of aggressive gunslingers we've noticed in this final table.
I feel like there's a lot of missed value for sure, but
I mean, like, we've seen Barry play many final tables here and take the W on quite a few of them.
Barry's been on kind of a hot streak lately.
So Barry is no slouch and a very patient player, as we've seen today.
Monotone board here. Barry with a 3.
So Eric, the Eric in me begs to correct that term. I notice it's his pet peeve on any stream when people say monotone versus monochrome. So
Monochrome.
Eric, this is for you. Monotone refers to audio. Monochrome refers to color. And I've heard him express that point many times.
Monotone express the color?
Monotone expresses audio.
Oh!
Yeah. So monochrome
Learn
speaks
something
to
new.
color. Yeah.
Monochrome. I stand corrected.
Yeah, monochrome board.
Lessons are learned. Lessons are taught.
Oh, and Eric just informed me that Barry beat Eric heads up last week in this same tournament. So this is back-to-back weeks of him getting heads up and potentially taking the win.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, that adds a little layer of drama here.
Also,
for Barry going for the repeat.
Yeah, it definitely entices him to not shop too, especially with a 2-1 lead, anyways. But
if Barry takes 3 wins in a row, 3 running weeks, does he get to name the tournament?
that'd be kind of cool. Let us know in the chat.
Let
if
us
you guys
know
think
in the
that's
chat.
a good idea. If you win 3 tournaments in a row
Of the same tournament,
Of the
3
same
weeks in a row.
We-
Should you get to name it?
we might do it. We might. If Barry wins all 3 Monday nights, we might just call it the Monday night special or Barry special.
At least the 4th game becomes Barry's game for one night.
That'd be cool.
Right? Kind of like a kill button.
Heck yeah. I'm
Yeah.
down.
You get 3 wins, you get a turkey, but instead of the turkey, you get to name the 4th week.
That'd be cool.
And then it resets. And
How
maybe
fun
you get a
is that?
prize.
How
Yeah.
fun is that?
I think we're creating something here. If you like that, let us know in the chat if that seems appealing at all.
Jeff goes all in with ace.
All right.
Barry says no, thank you.
Yeah. Well, and we're
But
seeing
Barry's
this.
chipping back though.
Right. And so
Look at
now
this.
it's no longer 3-1. It's now 2-1. So the gap is closing ever so slightly. Blinds are 10,000, 20,000, and the big blind ante is also 20,000. So the drama is definitely building here. If this becomes an even stack play, this might be an exciting heads up. To me, games are really exciting when you have a gunslinger in the mix.
Yes, because it's just a wild card.
It is, and you just
Jeff
never
wakes
know.
up with Ace King, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna get any action here.
I can't imagine.
Unless Barry just wants to get wild.
I mean, Barry on the small blind. I don't even know that he calls the.
He has too many chips to need to get wild.
No, just
He can-
surrender the hand and
You
just
can literally afford to
let
see-
Jefferson have it.
Yeah.
At this point, why surrender the extra equity and just go to the next hand?
Especially against the small blind. He's got nothing to defend.
Yep, and
Just the
and a
act
very
of-
efficient fold.
Just the act of moving.
Sure. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Chipping away.
So Jefferson's a little bit closer. I do want to see them get to even stacks.
Let's
I
see
would
what
love to see a
happens.
good and proper heads up game. Although this has been good already.
I don't wish this upon anyone, but I want to just see a sick cooler. Just like something just unbelievable. Like, holy crap, did you see last night's stream? Like, holy crap.
Yeah, that would be fun. Barry with King 5, so this is a hand that I can see opening heads up with. No.
Not even. We didn't even
And
see
Jefferson
what
just
Jeff's hand
surrenders
is.
and lets it go. Yeah, it didn't even hit the sensor long enough. So
Must have
pre-flop
been-
raising
must have been
percentage.
really bad. It has nothing to do with it.
Yep,
Get
not with
these
that one.
away.
Hand 79 at the final table. This has been a lengthy game.
It has been. What time did it start?
Oh.
Like 9?
Well, we
Ish.
have been on the third restart. We've been on air for almost 2 hours. And so we probably messed with it for 30 minutes. So I'm going to say 2.5 hours ago.
Sounds about right.
Give or take. Queen Jack versus Ace 10. This might be the cooler hand.
Oh.
This could be it. I can see these hands getting it in.
Especially if they kind of limp.
Certainly they're
or
going to get a
mid-raise
raise
here.
and a call. Yeah.
Because either one can call a small bet here with those hands.
Now, I
Either
think all in and call.
Oh,
there it
here
is.
we go.
So we finally get it. The showdown for the ages.
Oh,
Ace
my.
10 for Barry, who is the chip leader. Queen Jack for Jefferson,
See
who's
some
all
fireworks.
in and at risk.
3 diamonds.
Oh, top
With the
pair
jack.
with the diamond redraw. My goodness.
Oh, berries.
Oh, and he hits the flush with the queen. Second nut flush.
Second nut flush.
Yep. So
Barry.
now we're going to see the chip stacks flip flop, and now
Barry takes
Barry's
a
going to be
beating.
with 8 bigs. Jefferson with 30. My word, almost a 4-1 chip lead. This changed the speed and tempo of the game dramatically. So now, can Barry climb back to claim first place?
Yep, he's, you look at only 8 bigs, but he still has 175k in chips roughly
It's
left.
significant.
So, but it just depends on, let's see how Jeff gets, if he stays aggressive, might be able to steal a couple blinds from him, really chip him down to where he just calls him light.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this this battle.
But Barry's he's a smart player. I won't say he's a tight player, he's a smart player. He's been in this situation before, he has a lot of experience doing it, we know this for a fact. The problem is he doesn't get a lot of hands to make a move. Oh man, if Barry makes a move here, he's gonna be in big trouble.
Yep.
Jeff wakes up with Ace King.
Although I like this race.
It's not a bad race, but he's staying very live. He gets a lot of outs,
And with
a lot of
only
equity,
6
but
bigs left, you want to maximize the equity of your stack.
Jeff-
I think I would just get it in and just
Jeff's
pray
staying
for
aggressive. He
it's a
definitely-
flip.
He has to apply pressure. He has no choice.
Yeah, oh, Jefferson absolutely has to. And with that hand,
With that kind of chip lead,
why
you have
not?
to.
But I'd like to see Barry just get it in. Yeah.
Did he just flat there? I think he did.
And he was given the option to just fly.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He's on a gutter ball though.
He is. Neither one of them really connect.
No club, so he has no backdoor flush draws. Just all in. And a fold. Barry goes all in. Oh, sorry. Jeff goes all in. Barry folds.
Barry
My
folds.
mistake.
Yeah, correctly.
Leaves him with 5 bigs.
Oh, it's getting worse and
He's
worse.
in
So
trouble.
7-1 lead.
He is in trouble.
Yeah, it's not getting easier at the moment. All right, let's see.
Blinder 10, 20, 20. And he has 95K left in the stack. Ten jack for Barry. That's you can definitely make a move with that hand. And he lets it go. He goes all in. Jeff instantly folds. Just like that, he's back to 145. He needs to do that a couple more times to really have a.
Yeah, he really does.
2 more times like that, and he's gonna have a respectable stack when he goes all in. Where Jeff might actually have to think about what he's doing here, think about his play. Yo, Barry with King 9, Jeff with Queen 10. This might be it.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I think this could be it.
Yeah, Jeff goes all in. Is Barry gonna call? Barry calls. Here we go.
Buckle up.
This could be it.
Buckle up. I'm rooting for Jeff. Just to give him some
Jack 9.
opportunity, although I do want to see Barry kind of come back.
He
does.
Oh, he
it runs out.
He turned the straight.
Wow, Barry connects the straight.
Jeff turns the straight and Barry rivers the
And
bigger
neither one of them
straight.
had the spade. You talking about some poker
Oh
drama.
my gosh.
They're doing everything they can to make this exciting.
Camera's not changing. Stuck on one camera.
All right, let's see. So John Berryman says, sounds pretty good on his end. Thank you for the feedback on
camera's
that.
messed up.
Yeah, the camera did. So I noticed that it did jam. I've been really good tonight at catching it, and then I got distracted, still trying to fix some of the other issues. So we found it, but you're going to have to wait 10 minutes before the angle changes. So we're going to sit and look at Jefferson now for the next probably 7 minutes or so
Let's
before.
Jeff stack.
Right.
It's a big stack.
Yep. Lego says, I'm not opposed to naming the tournament after 3 successive wins.
Yes.
All right, so that's one quasi halfway thumbs up. I like it. Camera messed up. Pinball and Beer says, yes, it froze up. We didn't catch it in time. You'll see it get corrected probably somewhere in the next 6 or 7 minutes. That's one of the duties when you're in here in the booth is watching the cameras to make sure they don't freeze up.
I failed you.
The problem is I'm sitting over here on the left side of the booth and the board is on the far right side and I have T-Rex arms and so it's going to take some time to get all the way into there. So the drama continues. We see Barry with King 8 suited. So Jefferson with Queen Deuce off.
We're gonna get fireworks here?
I mean, I like it.
He calls.
And why not? Continue applying pressure. No need to just excessively give away chips. But I like that call.
3, 4, 7. Barry's still ahead with King High. Another 4.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't like the check into the small stack. I don't want to give him that many free cards. I want to apply pressure. I'll sacrifice a few more chips to do it.
2 Barry with King High.
Yeah, and just
take it.
checking it all the way down at that point, I'm just not a fan of. I want to constantly apply pressure to the short stack, put him to a decision, or put me to a decision, but get in there and mix it up. I don't want the
Fairly
cards
even again.
to... Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And
Jeff
I don't...
has 450,000. Barry has sitting on 335. I mean,
And I don't like my tournament life being decided just on the outcome of the cards. So I want to take pots that my hands didn't deserve, but my play did. That's kind of my flow in the game, which unfortunately now, any game and tournament I play, I think everybody's going to be gunning.
game. I mean,
Because they're going to understand how aggressive I am as a player now. So I probably just created my own Achilles heel.
Don't catch me at your table. Barry 9-5, Jeff with Jack 6.
Yep, we have Rick in the box now. We did have a dealer change. We're on hand number 84.
Oh my goodness.
So this game has really got some legs. I was planning on turning
Hey,
right
you
back
can see
around.
Barry's top of the head. That counts.
It does count. And we do see Eric on Action Tracker. We also see one of our favorite traveling dealers, Tammy, sitting off to his shoulder, watching the game from the bird's eye viewpoint. So Barry, sitting with 2 pair, aces and fives, 9 kicker. Jefferson hasn't connected anything yet. Surrenders it.
Surrendering the losing hand, so that's not the worst thing.
Yep. And these stacks are getting closer together.
There it is.
You do see the money difference. 780 for second, 1155 for first.
We did pay 5 spots. We just didn't put it in there.
That's correct. We only put in the remaining spots. We didn't put any
At the
effort into the
time,
rest.
yes.
Blinds are still 10,000, 20,000, 20,000 for the big blind ante. We're on hand number 85.
Barry has 10 jack off. Jeff with queen deuce off.
10 jack. Of course, we know I raise.
Oh, all day.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. But I'm probably going to go to something simple, 45,000.
40. And a call.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind either of those things.
Uh-oh. Top pair.
Look for this to get it in. It's hard to hit a pair. It's hard to hit a pair heads up.
It is. Do you assume the other guy's making a move? The chip stacks are so even?
I think so, right? How do you not? For both of you to hit a pair like this and a face card pair at that, I think I automatically assume that a move's being made.
That's 100,000.
I do put a lot of thought into it, but yeah, top pair, weak kicker versus mid pair, decent kicker.
With a backdoor.
With a backdoor, yeah. I don't mind it.
We get a call.
I see it. I can convince myself of a call there.
King. He's open-ended now.
Yeah, and that just adds some
6
equity.
more
The
outs.
king doesn't probably scare anybody. So you still like the hand that you have. I kind of look for the same.
If
It
you're
either
ahead
goes
before,
check,
you're
check, or
now.
the same bet.
Potential flush draw gets there, but no one really has any.
All
Barry
in
goes
from
all
Barry.
in?
Yeah, and again, I like that all in.
No, because he knows he's not drawing dead, even if he hits behind.
He's got options. He's got outs. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Oddly enough, this is probably a place where I don't necessarily think I would have gone all in. I would have taken the free check and waited till I had it at this point to make sure I had a hand that connected strongly on the river.
But it's a good scare card, though.
Oh, it's
I mean, if you're
great
gonna
scare
do it,
card.
This is not a bad spot because, I mean, like I said, the chip stacks are so even. It puts Jeff in a tough spot.
It does.
Because he had to assume flopping top pair, he was good. And that king, like you said, it doesn't really change much other than a potential flush draw and a straight draw gets there.
And for no raise pre-flop.
But
what are you,
do you
really?
really put
Or there was a
Barry
raise
on that
pre-flop.
guy?
That's right. I forgot about that. Barry did raise pre, so for him to ship on the king, it adds to the story
he
that
put it-
Barry started with.
He called.
He does. Jefferson's gonna like what he sees, but he's got to dodge a lot. And the 7 of hearts connects to nobody.
And Jeff wins.
And we have
I
lost
think-
Barry. Congratulations, Jeff. Barry did not repeat, but man, what a showing. First place last week, second place today. Outstanding job. So Barry is clearly a competitive player that is tough to beat in this game.
Fun fact, he was in the big tournament that I ran deep in at Choctaw, or that we both ran deep in.
He was.
He was.
I know he played at my table for a while.
I didn't get him on my table, but he ran pretty deep too. He lasted a little bit longer than we did.
Yeah, I did. I played with Barry for quite a while. He's a tough player. He's very calculated. I noted that Barry was a very conservative player, so when he was in hands, I was very aware. So of what the board texture was versus his range. Well, congratulations, Jefferson. So taking down the win. Hopefully he comes back to defend his title next week, and let's see if he can three-peat. So now the gauntlet has been laid down and the challenge is on. If you can three-peat a tournament, the same tournament, 3 weeks in a row, and take first place in all 3, we'll give you naming rights for the 4th one. So the 4th one gets to be yours. We'll come up with some added value to that. So real-time thing, discussed with absolutely nobody. We're just running and gunning by the seat of our pants. Well, there it is. Thank you all for joining us. I know that this did not go swimmingly smooth, but you know, not everything does, and it's the journey, not the destination. And I'd hope that you guys enjoyed at least some of the journey that we were on tonight. Thank you for joining us here at Poker House Dallas. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Be sure to tune in. It's going to be 4 p.m. It's a 1-2-5 cash game, $1,000 max if you'd like to play on it. Once again, the earlier you come into the room and put your name on the board, the likely...
Secure your seat early. Get yourself on a spot. Be the first 9. That way we get the game going. You'll be the first 9 called. And then, you know, we'll go from there.
So you guys went through all the pain, the trials, the tribulations, the warts and all of tonight. Thank you for sticking with us. Tomorrow we'll have all of these problems ironed out and troubleshooted. And yeah, so Chris has been my co-pilot tonight. Thank you for the help. Eric was our live stream action tracker who absolutely nailed his position. We've had a great string of dealers. Rick here closing it out, so we couldn't ask for better. Commentating tomorrow, probably going to be, if I had to guess, Eddie and Chris in the booth tomorrow. So coming at you live. Thank you for joining us and keeping this going. And once again, if you're not a subscriber on YouTube yet for our channel, please go to Poker House Live and subscribe. Thank you much for joining us, and we'll talk